34. Roll call. James, you're here?
Yeah.
Just gonna call your names and see if you're really here. Bettina?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
And Tina. All right, so there's 4 of us, so we do have a quorum. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda, please?
I'll motion to approve the agenda as is.
Thank you. All in favor of approving the agenda as is, say aye.
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 I'll move this thing out of the way so we can see Julie.
Did you say aye, James?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, Bettina, that's
That's what it's
position,
meeting in a second anyways.
yeah. That is positioned there so the video
Yeah.
can catch the speaker and
Okay, so we're now on 4, public comment. Is there anybody here to speak for public comment on non-agenda items? Julie?
Yep.
Can you
Hey guys,
say your name?
thanks John for attempting the recording thing, that's cool, because one thing I'd love to see for the commissions, like, Justin's been a great patron for us, for the community, like,
Will you state your name for the?
oh yeah, Julie Christie.
Thank you.
Yep. Justin, we kind of started grassroots with him with, actually the community was donating to Justin to come do recordings, and then the city kind of like, because he's so committed, like jumped in and started getting a little stipend for doing that. But I think one thing that would really help public participation is, just having a laptop that our commissions can use, that's a universal one with Zoom. The Zoom records it too, and I've noticed between the city's recordings and back when we just used the recordings off of Zoom, the Zoom worked hecka good, like picking up everybody's voice and stuff, cause it's like right there, so it kinda gets all the audio.
Mhm.
And Zoom's really super easy to run. I don't know if anybody on the commission feels comfortable like operating Zoom or what it takes.
I have a lot of experience with it, but, so what I don't understand is he not coming back to record our meetings?
Well, I think Justin has good intention to, but because he can't be consistent and it's not
Okay.
really like his day job, you know, like, that if we just, so here's my thoughts with recording stuff, is that you give this timeline that when we have new commissioners or a new council person or somebody wants to come back and review something, they get the full context of the conversation and all the material that way, where minutes are amazing, but it's such a burden on you guys to have to go through and detail everything, when it's nice just to do your action minutes
Yeah.
and stuff. So, I mean, it may not be something, we're not required to record these meetings, we're not required to do any of that, it's just like a bonus to the community and for an archive for history. And so just throwing that out there is always something maybe we could work on, and if you need community support for that, for like donations, that's something we've really stepped up with in the past to make it something we can actually have. And then, I would like to help promote you guys with your workshop for the fee schedule. I shared it on, our Blue community page yesterday. I see that, the city on the main page has like a flyer for it they generated already. But just trying to, it's like pretty soon that you guys would be doing that. But I think it would be good just to get participation there, because it kind of goes beyond just a fee schedule. Like, it could be a really good opportunity just to get people in the community that's like interested in Parks and Rec, you know, kind of more joining together in something fun and collaborative. It's not a meeting, kind of.
Yeah.
Cause you're gonna have those workshop days coming up too for the Parks and Rec, like to do cleanup, beautification stuff. So just, I think there's a lot of cool people out in the community that'll show up for that stuff, but they just need to know about it. And so just kind of getting that out there is kind of my thoughts. And we do have a school board meeting going on right now too. So I'm gonna come get this public comment, and then my sister, we are both attending that, so we'll probably have to ditch out, but really appreciate what you guys are doing, and just look forward to getting more volunteers from the community that wanna step up and help with beautification projects and ideas of way that Parks and Rec can rejuvenate itself economically and financially, because we've got a really cool asset out here. We just need to know how to keep it presentable and marketable, and that's step one. So, thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
Yeah.
Hey, my friend.
Anybody else? Hi. State your name, please.
My name is Krista. Last time I was here, I brought up the subject of an individual, and you were gonna inquire about the whole situation. I was wondering where that stands now.
I met with the city manager, and I thought I had told you that you should probably meet with her, because it's completely out of our hands. But she was gonna look into it.
Okay, so there's nothing that's coming of that?
I don't know. I met with her, and the next day she was meeting with the sheriff, and that's, I didn't even hear what came of it. Because there's nothing I can do or our commission can do. It's a police matter.
Well, I would think it would involve the parts of consideration, because I would think you guys, reserve the right to refuse service to anyone.
But we're not employees,
Yeah.
you know, we're just the commission, so I think you have a better, probably, path with talking with the city manager and see what she found out.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Krista.
I'd like to make a comment on that.
Okay.
If I may. Is that, I think by way of policy, is something that, I mean, because this is, while we have this particular instance now, it's something that could be recurring. So the question would be, you know, what is the policy to consider disallowance of an access to the park? Under what conditions? And I think that's fair enough, because there could be, you know, maybe somebody always comes in with extremely loud music, or they're always antagonizing other visitors there. So, you know, that is a policy that I think the commission could take up and see where it starts. Obviously, starting with the city manager and staff to see if anything already exists.
Yeah. Okay. All right, anybody else here for public comment? Marty?
I can't see you.
I know, because
Can
I
I move
think,
this a little bit? So
well,
Marty,
after
so you
you
could be in the
talk, you
recording.
can,
I
but,
don't have anything to say except.
oh, if we're
I just-
done with that, then we can move that. If we're done with public comment, we can move that thing, unless somebody wants to come up and talk.
There will be, each agenda item will have public comment, possible, but they can certainly, you guys can move your chairs up.
Yeah, I guess I could
Yeah.
move my chair.
I can see fine.
I'll take it far.
Yeah. Yes, it's nice to be able to see it.
I don't get why we can't move this thing,
It was just so that public could be recorded.
but we already did public comment, and if we have another person to come up, we'll put it back. Is that okay? Okay.
There was much rejoicing.
All right, now I can see. Number 5, we're gonna do this. We're gonna appoint a chair, a vice chair, and a secretary tonight. So, how do we do that? We take nominations,
We nominate each other.
we nominate each other. Does anyone want to be chair?
I think you're doing a great job.
Jan,
Would you like to remain the chair, Jan?
I don't mind.
I nominate Jan for the chair then.
I can get kind of testy a little bit sometimes.
That's perfect. I second that.
All right, I'll do it. You and me to vote me in? All in favor of Jan being chair, say aye.
Aye.
I,
Oh, wait, I think we need a motion.
was it you who motioned?
Okay, Tim moved.
I nominated Jan. It was a nomination.
Do you want to morph that into a,
And then can we have a
Make a
second?
motion, Jan is the
Chair.
chair.
I'll second that.
Thank you, James. All in favor, say aye.
I,
Aye, opposed, no. Okay, who would like to be vice chair? I recommend, or I volunteer, what's the word? I nominate James.
Sure. I'd be happy to.
I move that Jan moves, James is the new vice chair. Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. All in favor for James to be vice chair, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay. Secretary. That's what you wanted, right?
no. No.
Jeff,
I would like to nominate Jeff for that.
Jeff has been the secretary.
He has been, okay.
But you gotta come to the meetings to be a secretary.
Okay,
Right.
or Tim.
Tim seems like he'd be really good at it.
But does Jeff
Look, he
want
brought his
to?
notebook, it's the same notebook he had last time.
Well,
Right,
who is
just
it?
with our Sandy days, so
Jeff
we're not
See?
here.
right now.
Okay,
But he missed
He said
quite
yes.
a few.
Oh, thank you.
will you nominate him, or will you?
Yes,
motion?
I would like to make a motion that Tim Daniels is nominated as the secretary.
I'll second that.
Thank you. All in favor for having Tim be the secretary, say aye.
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 No.
Still
Aye.
passes. All right, we did it.
Thank you so much.
You got off
But
scot-free.
I'm the treasurer of the Saddle Club. I'm
All
Friends of
right.
the Annie Mary president. I do Mudfest, Winter Wonderland.
All right.
Annie Mary Day.
I can tell you what
I
I,
can tell you.
okay, let's
I
approve
know
the
my
April 1st minutes. Did you guys have a chance to look at the minutes?
Yes, I did.
If whoever's ready can make a motion to approve the minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, I will second that.
Okay, all in favor of approving the minutes of April 1st, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Parks and Recreation Director update. I don't know.
We don't have
That's in
anyone
here.
here.
Are you giving us that update?
Can-
Samantha was going to come and do it, and I don't know.
Okay, well, how about this, I'll wing it, and if you guys are just merciful, I'll be as quick as I can
Yeah.
with that.
You know it then.
Only having read it, I mean, I'll have some familiarity in different parts of it. Do you want public comment before we begin?
I would appreciate that, so I can move the school board.
Yeah, I'm sorry, of course.
Okay, cool.
We move the thing back?
I'll just stand up here.
Okay.
Anyways, so, thank you, jumping in, Kat, for doing that. One of the first things was Emily basically saying, like, she didn't want to come to the meetings, or not that she didn't want to, there was really no clarification of why Emily isn't gonna be attending the meetings unless requested. But honestly, for your guys' commission, I don't see how you can get a lot of
That's what I'm saying.
infill and stuff like that without her being here. So, I mean, Brown Act requires that we've got our agendas out like 72 hours or whatever ahead of time. That if you guys are at least allowed the access to review your packet material when it's put out in a timely manner, digest it in a manner of, I need Emily here to answer questions for me, at least be able to have that request avenue, you know, last minute kind of, or anyways, cause I just feel like I've never seen our Parks and Rec operate in a way that we didn't either have like the manager or the director here. And I just feel like that kind of like puts you guys behind with decision-making and stuff like that, cause we kinda need that up-to-date information. We're only meeting once a month. Otherwise, this is gonna drag stuff on forever, and then it could be a Brown Act violation if 3 of you wanna contact her about something, you know, it's like, she's just in the room. You can just have that more simplified, so maybe just getting more clarification from Emily on like why that is why it's a burden and why it's not being able to be facilitated. And that was kind of my only comments on, the report for, that was in the packet. Okay. Thank you.
you.
Is this something we can make with the city manager as far as hours go? It might be an hours constraint.
Yeah, that's what you mentioned before.
Or do you know?
That's certainly part of it, is,
Alright.
you know, a lot of what I would say will come through the lens of budget concerns, and with parks and, the park facilities, and then also the recreation program, taking up about, realistically, about 25% of our discretionary funds in the general fund. It's really significant. And it also has been not washing back to the tune of about over 60% of that. So it becomes a very large number. So that's kind of like just the atmosphere in which we're existing. We're also working towards cost recovery, where this isn't a situation where we're gonna make money with the park. We are trying to just get to that point where at least some of these activities, events, places can at least cover that staff time that is a part of it. That said, there are a lot of duties that the very few staff have, and so time here is time not working on other duties as well. So I think that this is, I don't know if it's a trial basis or a permanent basis, and I think that they would be open to, maybe whether it's a quarterly basis or if there's a significant report or change to be able to come in. I don't think anyone is wanting the commission to work in isolation,
Right.
I find it difficult to put an agenda together without her input. Because she knows what's happening from month to month, Did you guys find that difficult?
And the items are actually correlate to her report, so.
I think, for the minutes and the agenda, they're going to rely on us more, going forward, at least for the next year. A lot on Tim now, as secretary, accurate report of what we discussed and about, and then, her and the clerk will put the agenda together.
Yeah, but we, not only Tim, we all have to send in agenda items that we want to.
Oh, we do now? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she was asking them for us this week. Did you get emails from Samantha?
I only, yesterday got the agenda.
Oh, I think earlier in the week she was.
Okay.
There.
I have a quiet hand.
Go ahead.
Jan. Her report correlates to the items, so could we please just, like, instead of reading through her whole report, could we just go to 8 and then read this? So we have the
I mean,
report
that's
just to
what,
move it along, and then,
yeah, Kat, are you done? Have you,
Well, on the difficulties with the agenda, I'll just reflect that the council has the same kind of dilemma on, well, okay, how do we get agenda items placed, and how do we know that collectively we want that?
yeah,
And really the process is on future agenda items, so that you can have an open public
Okay.
discussion. And that also gives it, some latitude to be able to discuss, like, what is a priority? You might have 15 different running items, what would be your top 3 to have on that agenda? By coordinating with the city clerk and the city manager, then they can determine how much staff time they have to respond to some of those agenda items.
okay.
And then, I just want to understand, you do not want the Parks and Recreation Director update?
no, because it correlates directly with our items, and we could just read it, and then everyone will know what it is, rather than you saying the whole thing, and then us getting to that and going, oh, if you don't mind. Try to streamline.
No, but you have to be the chair now.
Okay, you go. Tell me the next
Okay.
item, and I'll be the reader.
Yeah, you be the
Or we
reader.
could take turns.
Okay, so this one really bummed me out. So thank you, Kat, for the number 7. Let's get to number 8 now, which is summer camp update. I just heard through the grapevine that we're not running a summer camp, and that's probably part of the cost recovery, because it apparently wasn't making any money for the last 50 years. It has always been the cheapest summer camp in the county. But anyway, it looks like we're not doing a summer camp.
Apparently I was told that there are a few free camps that are competing with it. So the attendance had dropped. And that was budget and that
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, I think Blue Lake School has a free camp.
Oh,
Do we want to read this to everybody?
no, we can read it.
Okay.
Unless you guys have an agenda?
I do, I
Or do you have a staff report?
Yep.
Okay, so do you want us to read it out loud?
Is it long?
No,
It's
one
like
paragraph.
a big paragraph.
Is this about the summer camp?
Yeah.
Yes, it explains. Do you want us to?
I'm reading it now.
Okay, great. Well,
So they're taking this year to reassess enrollment, resources and funding opportunities. Okay.
yeah, due to budget constraints, staffing limitations, and increased free local camps, they made the difficult decision to pause the summer camp for the upcoming season. The decision was not made lightly. Our priority is to ensure that all programs offer safe, well-staffed, and delivered at a high standard that our community expects and deserves. Taken this year to reassess enrollment, resources, and funding opportunities will allow us to thoughtfully plan for the future and longevity of this program. I sincerely appreciate the continued support of our families and community members who have made Camp Perigo such a meaningful tradition over the years. And I look forward to sharing updates as we evaluate solutions to bring the program back. Wow.
Any comment? No, so.
Well, I know, when I go to Arcata in the summer after school gets out, I always drive by the skate park because I go on that route and it's just full of kids. It seems overstocked. You know, so you use that amenity as a separate skate camp, I think. So, I don't know.
Once we have a skate park.
Horse camp, bike park camp.
Okay, any other comments about the summer camp update?
Yes.
What's gonna happen to Austin and Emily? They run the camp.
Well, the next agenda item is summer activities,
Okay.
so maybe they'll be doing those. But
So-
Kat, did you have something to say?
Yeah, well, the budget ad hoc and the council haven't received specific information. What we are finding in the information that is available is that there has been declining enrollment for several years. And anecdotally, it sounds like there were many, many kids attending in the past, and simply not the case. I mean, the numbers have gotten so small, it was difficult to justify $50,000 for a program that maybe 9, 10 kids were coming to. So that was a challenging, and then fortunately with Blue Lake Elementary having their own, that was wonderful. At least there isn't zero place for the kids to go. Then we also have, in addition to the declining enrollments, basically just a strong pattern of increasing expenditures and declining revenue. So that's an equation that isn't sustainable. And not, to be really clear, the expectation isn't that any program has to pay for itself, and that Parks and Rec is a moneymaker. It isn't, but it has to be brought down to proportions. I think the last is that what we were able to discern was that there was the staff to attendee ratio was pretty large. We had a lot of staff there for just a few kids.
Yeah, and then staffing, learning those teenage staff.
TIA, teacher in training or
Yeah.
counselor in
So
training.
they are volunteers, I think. Yeah. All right, any other comment about the summer camps? Summer camp, or lack thereof? Okay, let's move on to summer activities, and, could you kindly read this to us?
Yes. Our staff warmly welcomes Commissioner and community support to assist in planning and executing activities for this upcoming summer season. Our department has access to a variety of materials to facilitate community events, such as the inflatable movie screen, a full microphone and speaker system, and tables. Those interested and assisted with planning a community event may email Director Wood or call City Hall and leave their contact information to receive a follow-up phone call. Our department would like to host our first volunteer cleanup event this summer to relaunch our Friends of the Park program. Dates being considered are June 27th, July, and July 11th. Commissioner feedback is welcome on the best days and times. The suggested duration of the cleanup would be about 4 hours. 3 hours to clean up and an hour for lunch, taking place at Perigo Park. And then they have public skate will continue through the summer, and there's a skate calendar that's attached. Thursday nights is for adults 6 to 9. Friday and Saturdays is all ages 6 to 9, and the third Sunday of every month is sensory-friendly skate, reduced lights and sound, 12 to 2.
Okay, thank you very much. So it looks like they want the commission to put on an event.
Oh, no,
Well, it says,
They're asking for
they're asking
feedback.
for,
on the best days.
up here. If you're interested in assisting with planning a community event. Is that,
asking for our feedback on the best date and time for the event.
Yeah,
For the cleanup or for the,
Friends of the Park cleanup.
yeah, I was talking about up here, like, the welcome commissioners and community support to assist in planning the next meeting. Which, will Emily still be working full-time in the summertime?
I don't know,
Yeah,
as a
no.
city manager.
Okay. All right, any comment about summer activities?
Oh, I'm just wondering if the cleanup is in the park itself or in
It
Blue
looks
Lake?
like it, yeah.
Cause it
yeah,
almost
taking
looks like
place-
it's already cleaned up. I mean, I don't know what they would clean up.
Well, the
No,
inside
I
needs
can-
some
I can-
cleaning.
I can give you a few ideas
Okay.
about the cleanup, but I also have another idea about the Friends of the Park or cleanup. I was imagining they have a thing called Adopt a Highway,
Mhm.
and different companies or businesses through, I don't know, Caltrans or I don't know through who, but they adopt a section of the highway and then they have a cleanup day with their office or whatever. And I was thinking we could have an adopt the trail. That was my small piece of the idea, and people living along the trail could adopt a piece of the trail. For instance, I have the doghouse here, and keep it swept, you know, because the gravel, there's a unfortunate gravel strip between the grass and the trail. So if you want to stroll or roller skate, or there's always gravel on it, so it's unsightly, and then it's a little bit of a menace to people skateboarding and like roller skating, like John used to roller skate. So I was thinking, like, I could adopt the piece where I go in and out of the barn, and maybe the birds could adopt a little piece in front of theirs, and it could just start with just like sweeping every Monday or something, or maybe mowing. And it could, if people were into it and they had mowers, they could mow their little section, and it would be less work for the guys that work for maintenance.
Yeah.
And it would maybe defer a little cost of keeping the city nice looking. So that was my idea.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
so, James and Emily and I did part 2 of our walk around ad hoc. And we did notice things like what you're talking about, like at the top lot, it definitely needs a good weeding. You know, so that,
Yeah.
and Crow Corner also could use a nice, you know, weeding, and there are things like that that can be
Yeah.
done on a work day, and I don't know if, you know, in the old days, we used to look at one area and get everybody together, you had to be specific, like bring gloves, bring a rake, bring a chop, don't just say, show up, tell them what to bring, and show up at this place at this time, and we used to get pretty good amount of people coming, but when it's, oh, we're gonna clean up, meet at the park and we'll figure it out, that's a little different. you know.
Yeah. It's
But
gotta be organized.
if we are doing the park, then that's what we say, and tell them what to bring.
Do you guys wanna pick one of those days that works best so that we can give her some feedback?
I need to run to my truck and get my calendar.
Does anybody know
I
what
will
those
be
days fall on? A day of the week?
I can actually tell you,
Saturdays.
July
They're both
11th is
Saturdays.
Saturday,
Yeah, they're both Saturdays.
and, yeah, yeah,
So maybe the July, that'd be closer to the Annie Mary, which is in August, so a little cleanup closer to Annie Mary Day might be sensible. I know they're planning to do some cleanup in front of Prash Hall, some fascia and paint some yellow lines on steps
Mm-hmm.
for safety, and I know I got my blower, and after the ball games, I've been blowing off the cement and the tables, and there's a lot of micro garbage and sunflower seeds and just junky looking after events, so.
Would July 11th work for you guys?
I like July 11th. It gives us a little more time to
Recruit.
figure out how it's gonna happen too,
Yeah.
and what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I would be out of town, but you don't need me.
You're gonna be out of town, you already know that?
I do.
Okay.
Well, I'm available to adopt an area or to work with anyone else
Thank you.
Right on.
on that date.
Okay, so we'll give her feedback that July 11th is the day we chose. Smarter that it's closer to Annie Mary Day.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion.
Does that work for you, Tim?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually had a moment to look at my calendar, I'm free even, so.
Okay. All right, anything else about the summer activities? Okay, so we're gonna go to the 10, fundraising for the bike park.
Okay,
You wanna read it?
yeah, unless Tim does.
Oh,
I will read it. Okay, bike park update. The approved bike park corrective action plan is being reviewed by staff for next steps in progressing this project forward. City staff will coordinate a working group meeting to discuss the action plan. Staff is waiting to hear back about the outstanding LWCF grant application for the bike park. I look to apply for upcoming round 5 funding under the state parks per capita grant with the city council's approval.
Okay, so, sounds like they have a grant in progress.
Yep.
Is that a big one?
Yeah, it's huge.
Okay.
If they got that grant, it would finish the project.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
All the stages. But, looking at the criteria of the grant, we won't be high on the priority list.
Really? Does that mean we might get it but get less, or nothing at
No.
all?
It's either you get it or you don't.
Is it a statewide grant or a federal grant?
It's a state grant.
And how much is it
California.
for? Couldn't hear.
I think there was a minimum of $50,000 and went as high as $250,000. I don't recall the exact numbers. I'd have to go back and look, but it would have been more than enough to finish the park and pay for what's done that hasn't been paid for yet.
Why don't you think you're in the top running for it?
I think it has to do with how much park space we already have. They count that against you or for you if you don't have. It's
like ratio for,
yeah. How many acres
yeah,
per resident
uh-huh,
per capita? And we have a lot. We have a lot of park space here for as small as our community is. There are parts of the community that hardly have any park space at all. You can get up on the hill up there. You don't have any park. There's one little
Just the
park
top
out
lot,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, the top lot. That's it.
Did they take in the actual 1 mile radius, or is it not considering the,
It's actually within a half-mile radius. The criteria is looked at from within a half-mile radius of.
City
I
Hall?
think that we did the figures. Dylan Gray ran the numbers, and he centered it here at City Hall. But if he had centered it where the park project is, it would have even looked worse. So.
yeah.
Oh,
I have a question for you, Tim. Because I'm not, I know Jenny had mentioned that they were applying for this big grant, and I assume this is the one.
No, this is one that Emily applied for already.
Right.
Our CMBA has not applied for a grant yet, but we're waiting for the next round to open up.
Correct, I mean that the city is already applying for
Oh.
it, so yes, we are talking about the same grant.
Okay.
But, I guess I'm trying to understand when you say that there would be more than enough to finish the park, and that ranges about $50,000 to $250,000 on
Yeah.
that grant. And then it would also cover what is already owed, that hasn't been paid. So I guess my question is, what is your understanding of how much it's going to take to finish the park, and what are those numbers based on?
You know, it's really hard to say. If we go all the way through putting bathrooms in, running water, a work stand, the half pipe, everything, the rest of the pump track features that they're planning on, that was originally planned and hasn't been done. It's probably at least another 100,000.
I guess I'm confused. I had attended a presentation by Parks and Rec Commission and co-hosted with Justin Wheeler, I think, talking about where we were at the bike park, and those figures were rising up to over $800,000.
800,000?
Oh, yes. And
okay.
And then a complicating factor, and I guess this is kind of like resetting expectations, a complicating factor is what was originally planned is not what we have out there. And we, as council, have yet to receive any plans on what is out there, and that corrective action plan needs to happen. That's part of that development process, so that we can then get estimates. I just want to make sure that the public isn't expecting that, we get 1 or 2 grants and this thing is locked in, when, we had already been showed about $850,000 worth of expenses, and we're currently operating without any plans, and we don't have any estimates on this, and we don't have timelines. So we're working without a lot of information, and we just have a lot of desire. We've got to be able to turn that desire into something actionable by way of donations and grants.
I think $850,000 is ludicrous. There's no way it's gonna cost that much, but.
And I'm just, I'm
Yeah.
sharing the information that I saw in that presentation.
Was that the one over in Crash?
Yeah.
I don't remember the numbers, but.
Yeah. I went to that and I don't remember anything like that.
So what is the timeline? Emily didn't say what the timeline was to hear back. She's still waiting. So do you happen to know? Sometimes
It should be this month.
Oh, okay.
It
All
should
right.
be this month,
Thank
is
you.
the last I heard is
Yeah,
the winners should be announced.
May,
This
okay.
month. And where was that, staff is waiting to hear that, no, waiting for that, city staff is coordinating a working group meeting, that email went out today. I received that email today, and it came from Jenny, and she invited quite a large number of stakeholders in the bike park, and Charlie Caldwell, even from the Humboldt Skate Park Collective, he's behind trying to get money for the half pipe for the skaters and BMXers.
All right, any questions about the bike park?
Is the bike park, like a phase kind of a thing? Or is it, like, could you do phase 1 and just sort of finish the covering and keep a B&B there and open it? And then maybe in years to come, some more fancy things like water and, I mean, is it done in phases? Or is
That
it,
was the
a
original-
one big deal?
That was the original plan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was the secondary plan. The original plan got scrapped, as Kat mentioned earlier. The original plan got thrown out the window, and Plan B had it in 3 different phases.
Okay.
The first phase was to do the jump lines with a partial pump track line around the back. Then was the half pipe, and the rest of the pump track, or the skills features, and then the final feature, the final phase would be the bathrooms, the lighting, a workstation. Perimeter fencing would need to be part of one of the early, in fact, probably part of phase 1. you have a donor of wood, if somebody wants to donate wood for phase one, the perimeter fence.
That's interesting because the bike park at Redwood Park in Arcata does not have a fence around
It doesn't, but it's not close to a street either.
it. No. Okay.
Yeah, it is, Sunset.
No, well,
That's the skate park.
that's.
Oh, the bike, oh, I thought you were talking about the pump track.
That's the skate park on Sunset, but they actually have a bike park up in Redwood Park, but it is up in Redwood
Oh,
Park.
that's right.
I didn't even know, I stumbled on it by accident the other
Yeah.
day. And then I was also at Tractor Supply, went out the back way, and there was another skate park in Arcata.
Really?
Yes, in Halverson Park, and it was full of kids. Yes, and it's a very different, you know, it has like a different design, and it has a pipe that goes around, kind of like Olympics.
Alverson Park in Arcata?
No, not Halverson Park, sorry, Carlson.
Carlson.
In back of,
Oh, yeah.
where the Tractor
Yeah.
Supply is.
Yeah.
But you have to drive back there to find it.
That's where the
It's rather
pickleball
nice.
courts are too.
Ooh,
They have
yeah.
3 new pickleball courts back there.
Yeah, how did they get that before we,
I know.
how did they get their bike park and their second skate park before we go?
Willow Creek has a bike park and a skate park, and
Shaped like a
they don't
Bigfoot.
even they're not even a city. Or they're, I mean, I don't know. They don't have a council, they just, stuff gets done and it's immaculate. Their ballpark, this skate thing and then another skate thing, it's gorgeous. There's not one stick of grass on their ball field where people play.
No grass?
Grass outside,
Oh.
yeah,
Mowed and all kept.
it's
Okay.
impressive.
Yeah, that took them 11
How's that
years.
get done?
We've been at this since 1998. Is that when we pulled tracks? I'm pretty sure we pulled tracks in 98 when that big visioning happened and whipped that up.
That's funny, I started here in 1997.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on from the bike park.
Yes.
Port-O-Potty.
Woo. Oh,
Thank you.
Does someone in the audience want to read the Port-O-Potty update?
I got it.
Oh,
I'm
she asked me
excited
the
about this.
Port-O-Potty update.
Portable restroom schedule.
Okay.
Oh, wow. In place, May 1st to October 30th. And then in the winter, from October 31st to April 30th, it won't be there. I guess that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying?
Yeah, Wilson's winterization, no porta potties.
Okay. So there's 3 portable toilets. One on Charton, 210 Charton at the Horse Arena. One on First Avenue, 411 First Avenue. Where's that? Oh, Town Square.
The square.
Okay, oh, I know where that is, okay. And then also, at the park, 312 South Railroad.
So the one in the park must be new, right? That one has not been there before.
Correct, yeah, that's, surprise to me,
That's new.
yeah.
Oh.
But,
Because they have a bathroom at the park.
correct, so, yeah, it would be nice to have an explanation of the reasoning to have that in addition to the functioning
Yeah.
bathroom.
Well, because there's never any toilet paper in the functioning bathroom.
Because it keeps getting stolen? is
Not
that it?
necessarily.
Just not replaced?
Yeah.
But,
They don't open it all the time either, it's like hit and miss, and you walk all the way over from the pickleball court, and then it's blocked. That's
That's-
frustrating.
yeah, dire.
You
In some
could go in the park.
circumstances.
You can't leave your horse alone at the arena
Right.
either, but.
All right, so we're excited about this, thank you.
Thank you. I
Council,
have one comment.
public comment on the porta potties?
Yes.
All right.
Well, we're really glad that it's back at the horse arena and supporting the pickleball and the basketball and the horseshoe and everything. It would really be nice if it was more like April to November that's there, because that's the nice weather and that's when we have events there.
Okay.
So from May to October really cuts down the window of what we're doing down there.
That's true. Our last show was in September, about the 19th. And it's hot and warm and people are out and about.
And they were in November last year.
It was, yeah, it depends. So last year it was in November, good memory there.
Get your name, please.
Yeah.
Dana Rabinius.
Dana?
Urbinius.
Could you spell that, please?
RIVINIUS.
Okay, so we're gonna report back to city council that it would be best to have it April through October.
Yeah,
October, I thought I heard November.
And I think those
well, the
dates-
first of November.
Through
Yeah.
October.
Those dates coordinate, I think, with, what's understood to be rainy season. And there'd been concern about the Port-O-Potty and the flooding there at the arena. What are some of the events that are happening after October 31st?
We still
A
have
third
horse
horse
shows there.
show.
Oh, you mean, you wanted to go through November?
No, September.
No, it's already going through October.
It's already going through
I mean,
October 30th.
Yeah, I don't know where you're getting September.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what,
Yeah,
I'm
we
confused.
had events
Okay,
in
September.
November, and I
But
can
you-
understand if you don't do it in November, but
But you would rather have it in April.
April through
Okay.
November would be ideal, but, you know, we can live without it in November, but in April would be really nice.
Okay, I don't know.
Well, that's when everybody's starting to get their horse out, and they're down there riding, and the bike people are out, and the hikers are out, and,
Okay,
you know, the weather starts to get nice, and everybody's down there.
we're playing pickleball down there too. All right, thank you. Anybody else have any questions or concerns about the porta potties?
I just wanted to
Thanks for
say-
getting them back there.
I think that had been the plan all along with Jill. And I just wanna make sure I have it right, is, thank you for the latitude as you consider November, but that April is something that if there was gonna be a change, that would be benefit to a large group. Can you give me about just a rough estimate of number of people that you think would be attending an event, or just, I mean, I'm assuming these are smaller events, not,
In April?
We don't usually have scheduled horse events in April. It's just when everybody starts to get out, and working their horses,
Like
wearing them
10
out.
to 15 people at the pickleball
Or
course.
we do a,
okay.
or we
Tennis,
do a
kids.
cleanup day,
Yeah.
you know, a work party or something like that down there at the arena.
Yeah, our events usually start in May. But we need, you know, everybody's out getting ready for the events and.
Every user group. Here's up.
Mm-hmm, they have been.
All right, so Get Out and Play Day is the next item on our agenda. This is all the cities do it, I think it's in July. Get Out and Play, why does it have August dates too?
She has,
I think the Get Out and Play Day is, you know, for all cities is in July, that's what I thought. But is she asking us to pick one of these days for it?
I think she's saying that maybe we can combine July 11th with the community cleanup.
Yeah, that's not, very clear whether the intention is for us to pick a day, or whether they're going to do all days.
Available Sundays, all Sundays reserved, available Sundays. Oh, I see.
The agenda does say get out and play -July, so it sounds like she wants to do the July one.
And she tells us what's available in August.
Does she tell us what Get Out and Play Day is?
It's just a day that the governments have determined to try to get families and kids out to play recreationally.
It's national.
Get them off their phones, get them off their computers, that kind of thing. It's international,
Oh,
or national?
national.
Not
Yeah.
international.
Oh,
I like the idea of combining it with the community cleanup.
Yeah, let's do that.
I couldn't hear you, what'd you say?
I'm sorry, I like the idea of combining it with the community cleanup,
Oh,
as she suggests here, with a question mark.
Okay, do you guys think that's a good idea? You're not here, so you like that?
Yeah, like it's gonna happen on that Saturday anyway, you may as well
Right.
Would
Yeah.
that,
capture.
is the nature of the community cleanup such that there would be leaf blowers and lawn mowers and things that might detract from the play experience? Or is it kind of like, oh no, we could just focus on other activities that can coexist with
I think
users?
they can coexist, yeah.
You can do a cleanup in the morning and, you know, for a couple hours and then you go play. And maybe we can do a barbecue, I don't know.
That's,
Does the city
that's
do
what I was
stuff like
thinking,
that too?
maybe
Oh, yeah.
separate it so it's cleanup and then a reward,
Yeah.
you know?
Our CMBA does that all the time, we'll do trail work day and then we'll have, we'll run laps out here on Hampshire Edge where we're actually driving people to the top of the hill in our truck.
Uh-huh,
So and we'll have a barbecue too, in fact, we have one planned for this year.
there you go.
When is that?
I
It's okay.
checked my
That's all right.
calendar, it's
That's okay.
June, first weekend
Oh,
in
it's
June.
early on, okay.
Yeah, it's coming up pretty quick.
Okay, so we're gonna,
Before you go on, can I say
yes,
something?
of course.
I was just thinking of the idea of the green out here and putting up a couple of badminton nets and just having it available for kids to, with the rackets and the bird or whatever you call the thing that.
Great. I also got a grant, for pickleball for children, cause I'm the president of the pickleball club. So we could do that too, we could play pickleball at the outdoor thing, that'd be really fun.
And then
A variety of
Yeah.
things, get kids getting active and.
get the trail all cleaned up and they can roller skate down the trail.
With the roller skates from the,
No, a lot of people have their own
Okay.
skates.
okay.
Uh,
All right, thank you for all the good ideas. And then number 13 is revenue capture opportunities for recreational activities. Did you give any? those things?
That, let me tell you what that's about.
Yeah.
That's from our last meeting where we were gonna brainstorm. We have all of these, recreational amenities. And what could we do to generate revenue from people coming to use our amenities? So, for example, we don't even have one poster at the horse arena that tells people where to go eat in this town, or where to get a drink or a coffee. Not one at the horse arena. And these gals, they need food, they need drink. And that would be nice, or guys, whatever, I don't wanna be like that, but it would be nice to have that around town so people knew, especially if they're coming from, you know, out of the area. Then I think, Emily started popcorning, like in the summer, there's so many people on that river. It's like a flotilla. You can barely have a 4 square feet of water uncovered with people in their floaties and their donuts and whatever, boats. And so they were saying, well, you know, we could definitely have a place where you could get some floaties, get some sunscreen. Why don't we have that? There's nowhere in our town where you could get something like that.
On that, the city owns some of the property across the bridge.
Yeah, do you remember that? Yeah. we
Yeah.
do.
And when we go across the bridge, is it to the right, on the right-hand side or the left-hand side?
Yeah.
Across.
The
And
left,
as you go, well, no, as you go across the bridge, it's on the right-hand side. As you go down, and the city owns just a little chunk of
just a little
land there.
there.
Mhm. And, maybe enough for a little small boat dock where you'd launch something like a kayak or a
yeah,
canoe.
like they did in McKinleyville on School Road, did you see that? They did that little, it's on the Mad River, and they did these little like rocks down where you can put your kayak in, it's really nice.
Yeah, a better access, at least there
Yeah.
might be enough over there for better access. And that was discovered, the last time I think we went to do an amenity walk a little bit ago.
Okay.
By the city, discovered that they owned actually a piece of little land over there. And the city also owns, at the end of Taylor Way, as you're walking behind Ultra Power, I believe they also own that land right on that side that butts right up to Pepe's. Do you know what I'm talking about? There used to be horses back
Yeah,
there. In
I
fact,
know
it's
exactly.
it's a good sized
Yeah,
little
where the
area.
trail is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be a little spot for something, or like you're saying, actually at the river. Or maybe at that little turnout where you're going out to Hatchery Road, and on the left-hand
Oh, yeah,
side
that'd
it
be a
says
perfect place,
welcome
yeah.
to like a little, I don't know, food court that you can't drive into, you have to walk. Some snow cones, some hot dogs, some coffee, some sunscreen and foodie, I don't know, I'm just, making stuff up. So we're trying to get ahead of it. What businesses are we gonna invite? I know that I've seen a man in Arcata, right in front of Renata's Creperie with
Burritos,
Burritos.
breakfast burritos.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a Tractor Supply too, a couple days a week.
Oh, he's, yeah,
I got his burritos are good.
yeah. That's someone who's gonna bring us a service of some food and also gonna pay the city for probably a business license and some taxes or whatever he's gonna do, but it's also gonna keep people here and buying something to eat. So we were just trying to figure out what else to do. San Francisco is looking at this too, and one of the things they did was in the marina, somebody came up with a scooter that goes on water. And then somebody came up with a rental shop for a scooter that goes on water. And then someone came up with a repair shop for a scooter that goes on water. And then someone came up with some special drinks for people who should drink to. So they had this whole layout of how the domino effect was positive, and it drew people
Yeah.
to this
Well,
activity.
I don't know what we're gonna come up with in the next year or two, but when the bike park is done and the campground is there, there needs to be a store in between the two for camp supplies and treats and food and repair, bike repair.
Probably be the
all
place.
That
kinds
would've
of-
been a bigger part of the Danco project that got scrapped. That would've been use,
Oh, yeah.
what was the term?
Well,
Multi-use, I
Yeah.
think it is.
Perfect to have that there for the
cottage.
campground and the bike park. It would be
Yeah.
Yeah,
a local grocery store, I mean, the basics for the campground and
yeah,
so, but that's a couple years away, if.
yeah, and
I like your idea about the campground.
I do too.
yeah,
It's gonna be there, it's just a matter of time.
yeah, I think your site sales were too cheap, but that's not for right now. Well, you rent a site, there's no way it's $10, it's over
Yeah.
$40, even a remote site, but that was a great idea. For example, there's a bike rodeo happening this weekend, does anyone know about that, or is it next weekend?
It's in June, it is in May, hold on. You mean the one at the brewery?
I do mean the one at the brewery, did anyone know about
Actually
that?
Participating, yes.
Yeah, did you know that?
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
What's a bike rodeo?
Yeah.
Is it a race?
No. It's basically a skills course for kids.
Oh,
Teach them how to handle their bikes and teach them about the rules of the road.
Oh, like
stop sign,
road?
Stop and.
oh, is it in this parking
It'll
lot?
be in a parking lot, no, not here, it'll be over at the brewery.
Oh, okay.
Um,
We used to do it here.
On
didn't
Black
we?
Road, the 17th,
Yeah.
May 17th.
Is it on that land that's next to the brewery, like where Danco,
No, it'll be in the parking lot at the brewery,
in
the
the
brewery's
parking
hosting
lot?
it, yeah.
Okay.
And they're gonna have, free bike repair, free, tune-ups on your bikes.
Oh, cool.
It's get your bike out, get it, start riding, get ready for the season.
Nice.
That's all gonna be, free. And so it's at the brewery, so that's smart, because then maybe you might be hungry or thirsty,
Yes.
and maybe you will get something to eat or drink there.
Only if there's a food truck.
I don't, they're not serving?
They closed about 2 weeks ago,
They're in
For
transition, but
good?
Which one?
the brewery.
Really?
The
the
food truck
heck?
closed or the restaurant?
They kicked,
Restaurant.
they kicked, what's his name out of there and then, remember
I
someone?
I have information on who's going in.
Oh, there's
Tell
a
us,
person
tell
coming?
us.
Marco, who owns Fiesta Cafe,
Is
going
coming
in.
where?
Mexican food at the brewery. Well, I don't know if it's Mexican food, but
Oh, really?
Wait, he's gonna set up in the kitchen there? Oh,
Which Fiesta Cafe?
Well, there's a bunch of them now.
Yeah.
He's
He owns all of
he's
them.
by Mad River. He owns a bunch of
Okay,
places.
We're getting off
Anyway,
topic.
okay, yep.
So-
Sorry,
Are we still on the revenue capture?
yeah, we're just closing that out.
Okay.
Do you wanna say anything about it?
I do. I think that there's some like really fun, great ideas and if we had that magic wand, right, bam, and it was done. But that magic wand is called, staff available to plan it and money available to at least provide the staff, and then money available for even at least matching funds, or maybe even the whole pay. And, here, sorry, I get to play Debbie Downer, but I just have to be realistic about this. I think what we can do right now, rather than adding to a really large list of things that the city has to maintain, is let's look at what we already have to maintain and how can we capture more revenue off of it. A simple, for instance, would be, I think it's fair to the public and necessary for the council to be able to make decisions to know how many attendees do we have on skate night. How many of those, were by cash, or by Visa, or with a discount, or a pass, so that we can more readily identify trends and make moves if we need to. We should be able to have a report that tells us, we had inventoried at the beginning of the month X amount of concessions, and we now have this amount of concessions, and this is what we've brought in on concessions. So, these are all ways that, there's revenue capture can happen by stopping the revenue leakage. And right now, again, we're kind of running blind with this. So by trying to get more granular information and looking at what we already have and how can we capitalize on that. And looking at the same thing, whether it's the horse arena or the bocce ball. Is there a way that, we host tournaments with bocce ball that actually brings something in as a fundraiser? But it's really about utilizing what we already have rather than already adding to it. And out of the many ideas, it just seems an RV park speaks, to my heart, because what a beautiful place to be. There's so few locations here. But realistically, where could it go? And we know where it could go, except for we have a huge chip pile. So again, there's all of this work on the front end to be able to get to that point. And that's like you said, Bettina, you started back in 1998 with this, I think, on getting the rails removed. And that's where we might be with that.
Yeah, that came up, that was one of the visions, to have a campground. It's also on the ticket since '98. But, if you can dream it, you can make it happen. So let's just say we do these, every Saturday. What do you call that? It's nationwide play day?
Get out and play.
Okay, let's just say something actually happens in this town for play days. Well, what if for different events, which we do have in this town, we invite those rickshaw people to come? Do you know who I'm talking about? They have the lights, they have the little bikes, and they have a little area in back where you sit and they take you all around and they light them up and they play music. And they can, what if we have not bar crawl, that, but you go to the logger for a tasting, you go to the brewery for a tasting, you go to the distillery. Right.
Big kids. We're talking big kids.
Kids. And then these rickshaw people can come, well, they have to buy a business license and they generate revenue. I'm just trying to, think out of the box. Or some kind of a trail event, we have it, it's sitting here like you're saying. Well, do we do a nighttime light up your bike not, okay, don't, I'll say it again, go to the logger, go to the brewery, go to the distillery. You can, yeah, or, you know, make something with the kids along the little stopping points, utilizing the trail, or go along the river and watch the, we did a shadow show down there at one point, I don't know. We have these things anyway, what would be a simple thing? You know, we have a Grange breakfast the first Sunday of every month. Second Sunday of every month. Maybe that's when we start having the, not bar crawl, bike to the only places open day.
Yeah.
We can include the coffee shop. We have 4. You know,
All right,
anyway,
thank you.
yeah.
So we're on future agenda items, and I'm looking at the minutes from last month, and none of the future agenda items are on our agenda. Like, we have 4 here. Well, no, there's 1. Number 11 on the meeting minutes. Youth pickleball grant, ad hoc facility walk around update, discussion of fee schedule.
Who are you? Oh, you're the draft minutes.
Yeah.
And I just wanna say that James had a really good idea about his barbecue a little while ago anyway. Okay, let's go, we're moving on.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Okay,
I'm sorry, just to clarify, what was it that you were pointing out about the minutes?
So in the minutes, we gave, future agenda items, but they didn't make it to the agenda. Do you see now number 11?
Yeah, I see, looks like number 4 made it.
Yeah.
Number 3 made it.
Number 3 maybe?
Discussion of fee schedule, that was that on here or
No.
not on here?
Not on here.
I guess, well, it's getting its whole workshop,
I
so,
think the fee schedule has its own.
workshop, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to, now,
Just to clarify, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect your chair position and interrupt you. As far as the future agenda items, this is what was listed. It doesn't necessarily mean it's all going to be on the next agenda. And that's where you'd have to clarify your priorities as a body and say, we'd really like to see this on the agenda for next week and get that forward. Otherwise, we've kind of come into that same dilemma as a council. It's like, we've discussed it and then, well, it's not on there. And then it's not, and we don't make the agenda. So we're trying to, and so unless you like,
so if we put, like right now, if we put future agenda items, if we state some that we want to see next month, talk about next month, we would have to then re-establish that as a agenda item?
the way that I understand that this is evolving, because having the future agenda items in this manner has been different, is that we're trying to capture all of those discussions as they happen and then track them so they don't get lost, right?
Yeah.
Because like, didn't we talk about that 9 months ago and
Yeah.
nothing happened? So that we know that's a topic that we want to follow up on. But then also, I would say during this future agenda items is your opportunity as a commission, and I hope that I'm, giving you proper guidance in this, but to say, out of those we've listed, I'd really like to see such and such next week. Is that the wish of this commission to see that if possible? So that now, before it isn't possible, you guys can decide and then send that on over to the city clerk, who knows, hey, they have a time schedule, they want to see this coming. And you guys aren't in that position of trying to, does Emily know, does Sam know, do you guys know?
Okay, so are there any future agenda items that you guys would like to discuss next month? Or would you rather wait and give them to Samantha later?
I can give an update next time on the facility,
Fee?
not fees, the walkabout conditions.
Okay,
And I think there was some confusion on that, the purpose of that walkabout. The purpose was kind of coincided with the fee schedule. If we're going to be increasing fees, we should know the general condition of our facilities.
yeah,
To where they are in a competitive market with other facilities.
Right. Okay, so you wanna give an update on that?
I will next time,
Next time.
because we just, did, additional walkabout looking at other
Okay, awesome.
facilities. And they gave a preliminary, or a very, rough draft to Emily
Okay,
and Bettina to review. And the city wants to look at the report before
okay.
I bring it, to the commission.
And then do you wanna do anything about the brainstorms? Do we want to look for some bike repair person, or is it too soon? Or do we not wanna take the, brainstorming anywhere?
Can I see that? What,
Oh,
what were you,
oh, like,
oh,
the idea of,
yeah, this stuff, can you bring that back next one?
yeah,
I'll put brainstorm. Tim, do you have anything? Okay, and you have, it doesn't have to happen tonight. If you want to discuss something and you want it on the agenda, then we just have to get a hold of Samantha.
I'll just pass it on, yeah.
Yeah,
I like the way the email chain played out,
okay, good.
and hopefully she continues to do that.
Yeah, I think she will.
Right. What is the process?
We give Samantha the agenda items and she makes the agenda.
But is there an email chain with all of you guys with this agenda items?
Yeah,
That's,
isn't it?
that's, a Brown Act violation, is my understanding.
I don't think,
We've not.
I don't think,
been able to
is it
do that.
individual?
I don't think we're sharing,
She emailed us all.
Okay,
It-
if it's a blind,
it's blind, it's
Okay,
where
yeah.
she's reaching out to each one of us individually.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
The first email is is like a blanket saying, hey, everybody, get in your agenda items. But that information isn't shared amongst each other.
right. There's also, serial meeting violations and hub and spoke, and hub and spoke is where one person is at the center of the conversations of a quorum worth of commissions or council. So, again, I would say that for formulating your agenda items and deciding those, that you would want to do those in public now with the quorum, and identify your priorities, so that then they can pick from there. I mean, we have that same dilemma with, as council. And so we are not, even if it's a BCC, it'd be one thing if you're BCCing something, are you available on these dates for meeting? But this is something to decide what is being agendized. I think that is something that you would want the public to be able to be aware and make comments on it. So that they,
But
guys
isn't
might-
it enough that the agenda goes out 48 hours or 72 hours ahead of time, so that that's when the public can see it?
They can see it, but they haven't had the opportunity to participate.
I didn't think
So,
we could participate in an agenda.
Well, they can in the way that if you guys are discussing your future agenda items, it's also an opportunity that there can be public input. And so, for us, it might be like, I want an RV park, that's my next future agenda item, and, you'd be bike parking, you might be coffee shop or horse arena. And then, for them, it could be something entirely different, it could be skate park. So it enables the public to be able to say what they would like for their priority, and we do this in a way of public discussion, so that is folded into the mix.
I thought we just did that under the future, under future agenda items. So that was,
Right, but if you're doing that under future agenda items here in public, that's fine, but it sounds like there is a hub and spoke email that could be occurring that is asking for your agenda items.
I think asking for additional agenda items is what they're asking, and I don't know how this came, this process began. They reached out to us, we didn't discuss this, so I don't know if Jenny told the city clerk, okay, let's do it this way, or I don't know how, This
Just
is like
change.
a
This
process.
is something that's.
It's all new to
it's
us.
new to us.
Yeah, and I mean, this is it's a work in progress, but, you know, to previously have an agenda handed to you by a city manager really circumvents the public entirely. And and having a transparent process where they can participate in this, and that we can all collectively identify what our priorities are and concerns and who it might affect. So, definitively, is this a hub and spoke? I don't know, because I don't know the details of all that's in that email. But if you want to have a transparent process that involves the public and they can participate and we're really listening, then that's how I would say to do it is, always identify your future agenda items, knowing that it doesn't mean that they're going to be on the next one. But then convey, if you can, after you've had public input, what you feel is the top priority there. And you can convey that, it could even be within the minutes. There could be a follow-up, of course, like, Joe, do you have the information regarding that agenda item? Or do you have the results of that walk around, which is part of an agenda item that's already been acknowledged and agreed to. But to solicit for kind of new information and new agenda items, that my understanding of it is, then that is happening in a way that the public is not privy to.
All right,
Sounds like something we should take up with Samantha and
Yeah.
Jenny.
yeah.
Do we need to ask Dana and Darcy if they have?
Do you have any future agenda items that you'd like to see in the agenda?
I don't know if this is an agenda item, but it's just something that crossed my mind. I got that unit of lumber from Schmidbauer,
Yeah,
North Fork, thank you. And, they're gonna store it for me until we get a work day figured out at the arena. Is there anything I need to do with the city or Park and Rec to permission to just go do that?
I wouldn't just go do it if it's on city property.
So,
But
that's
we don't
my
give you that
question.
permission, I would see
Okay.
that, I would go to City Hall. for
Okay.
Permission,
okay.
yeah. Okay, so any other future agenda items?
Do we want an Annie Mary Day update, or is it too soon, or?
Next is, June, no, it's June.
Wouldn't you need Emily for that?
What's that?
Wouldn't you need Emily for a Annie Mary update?
We need her for all these things.
For the agenda thing too, right?
It's very weird to me, but, okay. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I make that motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All in favor to adjourn at 7:51? Please say aye.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, well, thank you, Kat, thank you, public, for being here.
Broken water lines.
I'll send an email to Jenny too, letting her know.
Yeah.
Question on it, and then I'll